India's power crisis, which is becoming increasingly challenging. The coal inventories are at their lowest pre-summer levels in at least 9 years. As per government data, India's supply to power sector in April was 61.72%, which is 7.6% lower than the target of 68.8 million tons. The reason here is that output from mines owned by companies was 33% lower than what is required. A shortage of trains for delivery has further exacerbated this particular looming power crisis in the country. My colleague Afrida is joining me live to explain to us as to why this increase in power supply, the demand that the country is witnessing in the early onset of summer. Afrida, just take it away. Just take us through what is to do with this entire demand-supply mismatch that we've been talking about, and what is the reason for this excessive demand that the just bygone month of April has seen.
Yes, so what we notice is a sudden spurt in demand. So this power crisis, of course, we know the larger factors, how coal imports have become more expensive and a lot of reliance now on domestically generated power, which is not happening again because of multiple issues. The coal supply lines are disrupted, etc. But what I want to tell you is more from the common man's perspective, from the people's perspective, some of the factors. Early onset of summer and sweltering heat. We have been reporting how April itself has already started reporting hottest days of the year. What does that mean? There are more ACs on, more electrical appliances used, more electricity consumed. Obviously, that leads to a rise in power demand. Let's look at the other points. There are other factors. High demand due to post-COVID economic boom. Now, this is again something important. There is an economic boom and economic activities across the country after a long period of lull. That again has increased the demand for power. Let's look at other issues that have also come in. Coolers and ACs are no longer luxury items. They have become necessities because of the high temperatures, because of the rise in mercury levels. These days, a lot of people are investing in air conditioners. That again, there is a sort of a ripple effect, because the more ACs are used, the more heat is generated. Also, the heat that is emanating from those machines goes out into the atmosphere, and that is again a vicious cycle. So more use of ACs and coolers, increase in the use of electronic goods and electrical appliances. There is a fad, there is a trend. More and more people are using gadgets now, which consumes power. We know how many appliances we have in our houses that require charging, for instance. So those kind of issues have also contributed to the rise in demand. And of course, like I mentioned in the overall picture, the price of gas has increased. That itself has certain cascading effects on the overall power scenario. Back to you.
Absolutely. Afrida, thank you so much. So why this rise in demand? So next time when you get back home and switch on that air conditioning of yours, you have to actually understand that this little switch on is also adding to this impact of the growing demand for energy, the power that we are consuming, and because of the less coal supply, this is the power crisis that the country currently is witnessing, and is going to see more of it in the growing months of summer that we are obviously going to witness in June and July. So we have to actually wait and brace ourselves for all of that.